I need to move my seedlings. Hey, welcome back to my channel. So my seeds are growing. Look at them. These look crazy. The beans especially, but like the corn and the beans are getting really big. It's been really cold here. I really need to transplant these seeds. Normally I would have done it much earlier than this. And actually, usually with beans, I put them directly into the ground or wherever I'm planting them. Usually it's a garden box. So I would normally do that, but now my garden boxes aren't set up yet and I'm still trying to decide what I want to do for my garden. I originally was planning on doing garden boxes and I even have the wood to build them, but when I thought about this, I originally had some reservations because we live in a rental house, but they're super lenient about what we can do. So they were like, you can totally set up boxes. If it destroys the sod, we'd have to pay for them to fix it in the end, which I felt like was kind of a small expense to be able to have a garden in my rental house. So I had decided to do it. And then the more I thought about it, the more I don't know. Like if we did end up having to move out of here at the end of the lease, I would have to tear up my garden. My dog's drinking water. If we did end up having to move for some reason or choosing to move for some reason at the end of this lease, we would be moving in August and I would have to tear up my garden and that would be a lot of work. I'm trying to find a way that if for whatever reason we do have to move, I don't need to abandon my plants because last year I had to do that and it was really heartbreaking. Like August is honestly a good harvesting time of year and I missed harvesting a lot of my plants. So I would love to avoid that if possible. So I'm thinking about just sticking to pots and maybe smaller boxes that I can transport if we did move. I keep going back and forth on this because I keep thinking like, well, what if we end up staying in this house for 3 years? Like I would really regret not building the boxes, but I can always do it next year. If we kept our lease and then we realized we couldn't move or didn't want to, I could always do it next year. But I think this year I'm gonna stick to pots and smaller boxes, like I said. So I have a lot of wood that I was originally gonna make the big raised garden beds out of, and I already actually cut one to size, but I think I'm gonna rework my plans and make some smaller boxes that are big enough to hold something like a zucchini, you know, but small enough that if we needed to, we could move it. And I'm thinking about putting them on my patio and then maybe I'll put some on the grass. That's kind of my plan. So right now I'm still figuring all that out. And I usually don't plant most of my seeds in ground this early. I like to let them really get strong. So I'll put them through different phases of cups. So what I have here, I just use plastic cups and I've been using them year after year and they've lasted a long time. I usually use these smaller cups and I just write the name of whatever plant is on it, and like you can see I've reused them. But I use the smaller cup after I use my seed trays, and then I go from the smaller cup to like the medium sized cup, which is this size, so you can see the difference. And I love these because they have holes on the bottom. They're clear, so I can see the roots. So what I do typically is I'll like look underneath and see if they're completely root wrapped, which means it's time to move them into the next pot. This worked so well for me last year. I grew almost my entire garden right from seed, and that can be hard to do. So it's been pretty successful for me. I'm gonna keep doing this. And right now I need to move my seedlings, not all of them. Some of them are still pretty small, but a lot of them are getting big enough now that I need to move them. Otherwise they're gonna outgrow this little space. But yeah, so it's been super cold outside and I've been trying to wait to do this until it warmed up, but these are just getting so big now that I really just need to get this done. So I decided to just get my counter dirty and do it here in the kitchen, at least for these really big ones, and then I'll probably save the rest of them to do outside because I do prefer to do it outside. I'm gonna sit here, I might like put on a podcast or something, fill these up with dirt and get my seeds transplanted to continue growing. you can see that they're sprouting through the bottom. It's kind of hard to see, but they certainly need to be taken out. This is a purple bean, which I'm excited about. I decided to save pots. I'm gonna put 2 beans in one because I have a lot of beans. I don't really have like too much time because I have to go to Josh's wrestling show tonight and then I'm gonna get ready. Video, I hung up some picture frames on the wall in my living room and I need to actually put pictures in them. And I've been trying to kind of collect, you know, some cute pictures of like my nephews and of Josh and I and the dogs and whatever. And I'm gonna try and hang them also mixed with maybe just some art that I bought off Etsy. So I want to this week print them. I'm gonna attempt to just do it with my own home printer. I know the color won't be that great, but I just wanna see. Curious if I can, oh, look at that. Look at that one. The last thing I want to do is hang the lights. Like I said last time, I was gonna hang some more lights in my backyard and I have them. They're sitting by the door. I just need to hang them again. It got really cold. I have not wanted to be outside. As of today, I think today is the last cold day, like really cold. And then it's gonna start getting up to like 40, which is, that's only like one day. By next week, it's gonna be in the 70s and sunny every day. So I'm excited. I'm really hoping this was like our last winter storm and I want to put my seeds back outside so I can start doing all of my outdoor like backyard stuff. Anyways, I just wanted to let you know what I have planned for this week. I need a Sharpie so I can name these. to start looking at pictures that I want to print for my photos in my, why can't I think of this right now? Like blanking so hard. My gallery wall. That's what it's called. Anyways, I'm gonna start looking at pictures. I know of like a few that I want to put my nephews in it and some like family pictures and Josh and I. So I want to start browsing, but I need to look at what sizes of pictures I need and figure out how many of each. So then I want to like look at it for which pictures I want to be larger and which smaller. I have some art that I bought on Etsy too, like a while ago, that I think I want to try to print and put on the wall too. I'm gonna do that for a little while, figure out what I want, and then start printing them and like cutting them and putting them into the pictures. That's taking me a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I think I got a good amount of pictures, and I still need to check and see what size all of the frames are. So I'm gonna go on to Amazon. All right, so it says 2 8x10s, 4 5x7, 4 4x6, 2 4x4. And I know that like they're all matted, so the 8x10s technically have an option to do like a 5x6 or something, but I think I want them to be big and be like art or something like that. So now I'm gonna go through my pictures and pick out which ones I want to be big and which ones I want to be small, start printing them, see how they turn out. You know, to be honest, it's actually pretty cute. We'll see. I'm gonna keep going for a little bit and see how I feel. It's the next morning. Yesterday I finished my pictures last night and I really liked the way they turned out. I am really surprised at how good they look for being printed on just a regular HP printer. I think they turned out really good. I'm actually surprised. So some of them, like if you really look close, they don't look great, but from far away, you really can't tell, honestly, like at all. So I'm pretty happy with this project and I ended up not even having to pay to get pictures printed. So that was pretty cool. Fun fact, Josh and I have never ever had any family photos hung up in our house at all. No pictures of Josh and I. We have had a couple pictures of the dogs, but yeah, this is the first time that we've ever had family photos hung in the house. So I really wanted to add some love and warmth to my house, so I'm happy with it. So today is Sunday. Josh and I are going to go to the gym. We always go to the gym on Sundays. It's always a kind of chill day. We did some stuff yesterday, like out of the house. So we'll probably go to the gym. We're gonna pick up our groceries, come home. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of cleaning, like our bathrooms are gross. Today is the first warm day. Oh, I'm so excited. Today's the day. We've been in such a cold, gloomy streak of weather, and today is the start of the warmth again. It's gonna be in the 60s today, and then all after today it's gonna be up in the 70s every day, all the way until like next week it's gonna be up in the 80s. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna put my seeds outside this morning, just give them like some fresh air, and I might hang my lights too because I'm just excited to get outside. Yeah, anyways, that's what my day is gonna be today.